So we're here live at Spa in the Ferrari GT3 488 on the sim racing system. We've qualified in 11th out of 15th, so we're literally in the worst possible place on this track. T1's going to be a disaster. We're in such a bad position that Assetto Corsa thinks it's a Christmas tree decoration. So let's see how this goes. Pop the car into first gear before the race starts. And get ready for absolute carnage. Go, go, go! Nissan in front of us. Smoke from all the cars. We're going to pull into the centre. We've learnt our lesson from last race. We're going to take T1 on the outside and go very wide. Try and avoid any possible accidents. We don't want to go through Eau Rouge with cars either side of us, but that's going to be interesting in front of us. I'm going to brake early because God knows what's going to happen. But look at that. It's Thiago Lima. Thiago Lima from Sim Racing Portugal. We're right in his bumper. Let's give him something to think about. There's cars all over the place. Someone goes slowly on the right. It's very dangerous. Thiago Lima's slowing down a bit as well. This is going to be interesting through here. He's right next to us. We're going to try and stay up the inside. We're taking a bit too much curbing there and we've understeered off and found ourselves in first gear, but I think we're okay there. It's a little bit rough, but we're still going. Thiago Lima's disconnected. I think he's had a technical issue there, so unfortunately that's one driver down that was probably going to be in the top 3 or so. But we've survived the first couple of corners, which is pretty much a miracle when it comes to Spa. Definitely going around the outside of T1 seems to be the safe thing to do, as these guys in front battle away. Hopefully gets us a chance to push up close to them. It's Miguel Sanchez. I'm not sure who he's battling with, but they're struggling for grip. BMW and a Ferrari. See if we could get through a bit smoother. We can, looks like we might take him. This is a dangerous situation here because you've got cars all over the place and you're not quite sure what they're going to do. Some people aren't particularly confident racing offline, so you've got to watch out. We've got a car right behind us as well, just noticing our little 15-inch TV screen. So we're trying to take the car in front whilst not losing position to the car behind us. And try to outbrake him on the outside. There's carnage up front. Might be able to capitalise on this. No, he got away too fast. Sometimes you find on that last corner people lose it and then that bunches everyone up. You'll have an opportunity to get around them, snake your way through everyone. But we couldn't really capitalise on that. I'm going to try and get on the gas early here. Nice and smooth. Car behind us has dropped back a bit. That gives us a little bit of breathing room. We're in perfect position here to get the run up through Eau Rouge, get the draft of this Ferrari, overtake on the right. Oh, yes! And that worked out exactly as it planned it in my head, which was a miracle, to say the least. I can't believe that went as well as it did. Whoa! Car in front, braking a bit heavily, forcing this Ferrari to slow down. Trying to get past him. We've got to be careful we don't accidentally rear-end him, because a little tap in these cars will force them off the road. You know, it's not really fair to barge your way past people as a way of overtaking them. This is Assetto Corsa, not Burnout. Incidentally, when was the last good Burnout game? Hasn't been one for a long time. Hurry up, Criterion Games. Get your act together. I know they're working on a stunt game at the moment, but I'd love a good Burnout game. I did read that they are working on one. Oh, here we go, opportunity to pass on the left as he goes wide. I'm going to take a little bit of grass, give the groundskeeper something to do. And we're through there on the brakes. Watch out in our rear view mirror that he doesn't drive into us. If you've got a car on your tail and you think they're going to bump into you, if you come off the brake, normally that's enough to sort of pull away a bit. Of course, you need to actually have enough track in front of you to be able to do that. But also an advantage is if you're off the brake and they tap you, it doesn't tend to affect your car as much. And he's gone wide and made a mistake. I'm going to try and get in his draft. Oh, totally. Okay, he's left me space. I was going to say, I made a bit of a mess of that. Jesus Christ, lift off, understeer, shit. Absolute disaster. I'm going to rejoin the track. Fortunately, I don't seem to have damaged my car too much, but you've got to be... Oh, car right behind us, be careful. You've got to be careful there. That would have... Oh, no. It's all gone to pot. In real life, that would have been the end of our car, driving into all that. It's quite a common accident to see that. You know, you have those moments happen where cars make an overtake, you lose grip. I came off the accelerator way too aggressive, and then I couldn't catch it when the car went flying off. Not a good situation to be in. We've just gone back down to 11th. All that passing and hard work in the dustbin, but we'll keep going at it. We'll see what we can recover. Unbelievable. Can't believe we did that. Really amateurish, and that I think we've got damage, because I don't think we're sticking to the road here. If we haven't got damage, we do definitely have. We've got one red tyre, two frozen tyres, so, and a broken windscreen. Looks like a bird's flown into it. But as an example of how not to drive, lesson etched into the memory there. I mean, we could have overtook him quite easily. It was partly what happened was we went up on the inside. I wasn't expecting him to let us pass, then he did, so I went through, and then I was on a line that I, you know, not particularly familiar with, and then I came off the gas too much. I got lifted off over there, straight into the wall, off to hospital. I think we do have damage, but I think we can keep going. Might as well. See what we can salvage. Unbelievable. But this, I have to say, these GT3 class is a lot more enjoyable to race than the Dallara F3, because there's a lot more subtleties to it. A lot easier to make mistakes. So obviously, what happened with that accident really couldn't have happened in the F3 car, because it's so planted from the downforce. Whereas these GT3 cars at high speed, they do have a, you know, they do. I'm sure they've got some kind of rear diffuser that sticks into the road. They do have a big wing on the rear of them, but still, there's a lot of opportunity to accidentally lose control of them. But that just adds to the excitement of the vehicle. Got a car right on the tail. You have to be really careful with this last corner. You notice we lost it there as well. So just can't take it too tight. 9th place though. I think some other people have died. Oh, he's going to try and stick one up the inside. See how this goes. Who is it? Gary Supella. He must have been, I think he's one of the fast cars that might have had an accident as well. I thought it was the car that we saw earlier. I can't get the car to stick through a rouge. I'm having to lift through there. Let's try and pass him. Can't really get close. Car model looks fantastic. Oh, it is the damaged Nissan. I just couldn't see the damage to it before. Absolutely fantastic car model. He seems a bit slow through here though. So I guess he's nursing a broken car as well. It's going to be a battle of the broken cars at this rate. Battle of the back markers. Oh look, someone's parked on the track. I think we've got another place through someone down pulling over. Oh dear, we're struggling for grip. Not sure what's going on here. All tyres cold. Let's get back up to temperature. Oh, come on. The car's not biting the track at all. There you go, tyre's starting to come back. Hopefully, fingers crossed. See if we can catch back up with this guy. Today we've just been having the most ridiculous accidents and bad luck with servers. Although this race, entirely my fault. Fortunately, the Kunos track cut penalty isn't particularly harsh on that corner. You can pretty much run all the way wide and get away with it. Oh no, the car's totally knackered. There's no downforce there. You see the front of the car lifting up over the bumps, and now I've got a slow down penalty. So I think we're pretty much done actually with this vehicle. I think we did binning it at 150 miles an hour wasn't a successful strategy. It might be race over. We're going to keep going a little bit longer, see what we can get out of it, but based off how much we have to lift off through Eau Rouge, I think this car's done. We've destroyed the British Bank's volts worth of vehicles today. I mean, I don't know how much this Ferrari costs. I wouldn't be surprised if it's getting upwards of $500,000, maybe even more than that. Oh dear, yeah. Either the tyres are gone or it's just the damage. But this isn't driving very well. Oh. We've got a black and white flag. Oh yeah, because of this slow down penalty that we've still got to do. I was thinking, oh, we're being lapped already? We're going to do the penalty. Just do it on this corner, slowest corner on the track. Barely noticed. I like how we binned it in the wall at 200 plus kilometers per hour, and yet the only visual damage to the car is a slightly broken windscreen, or side screen rather. It's like it's like we've been driving through Middlesbrough and someone's thrown a brick at the window as we've gone through the town centre. Oh, do a lift to get it through there. The DRS board's taunting me. I want to see if we can catch up with this guy. I'm going to try. I know he's slow through that top section of the track. But if we're really gentle on the accelerator and brakes, we might still be able to get us around some of the corners relatively quick. I'm not sure what they base the track cutting on, if they're taking it from the sort of FIA rules or if they've just made it up. But the thing is, normally the general rule is not putting more than 2 wheels over the white line that marks the edge of the track. But you know, if any of you have ever watched real world racing, they just seem to pick and choose where that applies and where it doesn't. At some corners it's sort of a given that they just let the entire grid just run as wide as they want. And then the other general rule is as long as you don't gain a time advantage once you go off. But then for games it's hard to sort of, you know, program that. So it's better to just have a hard rule of don't put all four wheels over the white line. But it's definitely in AC, it's not every single part of the track where that applies. I guess if it came to doing hot laps, you'd have to test it all out. Fully lifted, but we've got cold tyres now. Tyres going up and down in temperature halfway through the lap. Oh no. Why didn't we get a cut track penalty for that? I totally just cut off a second off the track there. Strange. Oh dear, what a depressing race. Unfortunately, you can't use the cigar excuse that you got in the 1950s and 60s cars. You're not allowed a cigar in these, there's no smoking signs everywhere. Maybe you have to sort of pop a pill before you get in the vehicle so no one notices. Tour de France style. That's what you have to do in modern racing, but you know, there's no storage space for your testicles, there's no place to put your cigar and your drink. So even though our performance in this race isn't the best, the excuses are there, and I think they're completely valid excuses. That, you know, we could probably fit an entire keg on the right. Maybe room for a flat screen TV, little cinema setup, and you could watch some films as you go around the track. Just have quick little glances. Just make sure it's not Harry Potter, otherwise you end up driving your Tesla into the back of a lorry. But I'm going to pit because it's race over. As far as I'm concerned, it's been a disaster. The car's damaged. We're falling back. Again, the sponsors aren't going to be happy with our performance. But sometimes you just, you know, you need to go off to the brasserie that's provided at the Belgium track of Spa and call it a day. But that was Spa in the GT3 car. Absolute disaster race. But thank you for watching nonetheless.